Hey everybody, welcome to Saving Greens Homestead. My name is Keisha, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I welcome you. You guys, this is the view from my favorite angle of my garden. And maybe you can see why that is my favorite. It's just so full and lush, and all you see is just green. It's been a little over a week since I've updated you guys on my backyard, and there's so many things that has changed and that's new, so many developments that I wanted to share with you guys. So I figure I'll come out here and just take a walk through the garden with you guys. Look at that, how that pumpkin is almost to the cement now. It's like all the way over there. And it's doing good. It's doing real good. In fact, this one hasn't put on a pumpkin yet, but this one has. There's a pumpkin started. And not just that one. So let me go over here. Look at this. This one started put on a pumpkin too, so I'm excited about that. Look at how pretty this looks. I'll be harvesting corn really soon. This corn got blown over, and I'm gonna show you guys on the other side where corn has gotten blown over. So within the past few days, we've had a lot of wind blow through here, strong winds blow through here, and it blew down some of my corn stalks. Like this one in particular, it blew. But I also want to show you guys over here, it blew all of these down. So I'm gonna have to come through and tack these back up some kind of way. I'll probably tie them up so that it's easier. Let me give you a better view. There we go. So that it's easier for me to, for them to straighten themselves back out, because they will straighten themselves back out. But look at this. Get my shadow out the way. Look at this squash. I believe this is acorn squash, because look over here. It's putting on a lot of fruit, but it's just traveling everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. It attached itself to that trellis. It's traveling down here. It's wrapped itself around over here. But this thing is traveling all over the place. And it was supposed to be a bush variety. At least that's what I thought it was. When I looked it up, it was supposed to be bush. I only wanted to put bush varieties right here so that it wouldn't travel all over the place in my walkways, but I miscalculated that one. And then look up here, my sunflower. It grew really tall, and it's divided into many different little heads, which are even taller. So I'm happy about this garden. It looks good so far. I haven't really walked around in a while. I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch my previous video about aloe vera tea that I made. And I alluded in that video, first of all, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. But I alluded in that video that I was making that tea especially for issues that I've had going on, or that I've got going on right now. And I said I would talk a little bit more about that. So as we walk through my garden, I will enlighten you guys on why that is and what those issues are. Only because I'm trying to be really transparent with stuff that's happening. And I noticed that there is a lack of open communication with this particular issue. So I'm going to walk us around on the back side here so we can look at what's going on. and share with you guys a little bit more about that. So this particular issue that I'm talking about is menopause. And you know, 50% of us go through this at some point in our lives. And you know, it's not just a topic for women, although it's about women, but it's not just a topic for women, because like my husband is suffering through it with me. And I'm sure there's many men out there who has wives, sisters, daughters, you know, that has gone through and suffered through this. So, ooh, there is a hornworm somewhere on this tomato plant, because I see missing leaves. Oh, I see him. Oh, and that fly is trying to mess with him. Let me get in closer. See that fly on that leaf right there? That fly is on the leaf because there's a hornworm right there, and they're just fighting each other. Look at that. I don't know what kind of, maybe that's a wasp of some sort, and not necessarily a fly. But yeah, a butterfly flying through here. He's too fast for me. But look at that. That is crazy. I am going to leave him to it. I'm going to let him keep agitating that hornworm. I'll come back and look for him later. But as I was saying, it's just something that us women go through as we get older. And I've hit that magical age of 50. And I had already started feeling the effects of it. And, you know, usually people only say or talk about the hot flashes. That's the biggest part that people talk about, but there's so much more to it than that. There's all these spider webs out here. There's just tons and tons of spider webs around. And I'm trying to knock them down so I don't get them on my face. But anyways, look at those birdhouse gourds. Beautiful, beautiful. But there's so much more to menopause than just that. There's hormonal issues. And what I've learned, or what I'm learning, is there's depression that comes with it, or could come with it. Not everybody suffer the same issues or the same symptoms. And so for some women it hits hard, and for others it doesn't hit as hard. And for me, it's hitting me pretty hard. And the depression part was the part that caught me off guard, because I look at my garden and I look at everything that God has made, and I look at my life and I love my life, and I'm happy for what I have, and I'm so grateful. And there shouldn't be a reason for me to just all of a sudden start crying. And I've been doing that a lot, just crying for no reason, and not wanting to get out of bed in the morning, not wanting to get dressed, not wanting to do my hair, not wanting to talk to people, not getting on the phone, not reaching out. I love talking to people, and I love people, but I have no desire to talk to anyone. And for a while, and it's still a challenge for me, just getting out here and making these videos, especially when I just don't feel like doing anything. I'm not motivated. Some of you that's been around on my channel for a lot longer, you know that I love cooking. And in fact, I have a whole playlist on cooking called Foodie Friday. And you guys, I don't even want to get up and cook anything. I'm just not motivated to even cook. And I love cooking, and I love food. And so I've been struggling with this for a while, and I just been waiting to make a video to talk about it, because I it's just not something that's talked about a lot. And, you know, I don't want people to feel sorry for me or anything like that, you know, but I feel like there has to be some amount of awareness. And that's one thing I'll make sure that I do with my girls, is just talk to them about it, because this kind of hit me hard and fast. I wasn't ready for the change in my attitude. I wasn't ready for the change in my desires and the things that I like and the things that used to really appeal to me, like gardening and cooking, like talking with people and being sociable. And so for me, that just hit me kind of hard, because I'm like, why am I not feeling this anymore? Why am I not wanting to get out and work in my garden when I love being in my garden? And last week's backyard update video that I did, I kind of alluded to it, because I was talking about how my garden is not to where I would want it to be. And I had to look at some past videos and remind myself of what the possibilities can be, because I've had more successful gardens than what I have this season. And the only reason why, and I didn't mention this part, but the only reason why my garden is not successful this season is because I lack the motivation to do anything in this garden. And that's why it's taken me a long time to even get these garden beds that I have stored over here to the side put back over for tomato row over by the chicken area. And I've gone around and I've done a lot of work. It's just I haven't finished it yet. Like, I've trimmed back all these oleanders back here in preparation so that I could we could lower the dirt level right here, which we did. And then I could put these beds back, and we got some major stuff done and accomplished. It's just, it's not 100% complete yet. And that's the problem. Like, I have no motivation to finish it. I have no motivation to do hardly anything. And like right now, it's time for me to start planning out my fall garden and getting it planted and started at least. And I have no motivation to do it. So there's a lot going on right now with me, and I just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, I'm a stick with gardening. I love gardening. This year wasn't my best year, but I'm trying out different natural ways to balance myself out, give myself some more energy, and hopefully with that energy comes the motivation to want to do more in my garden and with my garden. So that's all. It's just menopause. The change. And that is the truth. It does change you. It changed a lot about the way I see things and do things. So yeah, it's unfortunate that some of us it hits hard. I'm working on it though. I'm working on it. I'm not gonna let it conquer me, because I'm more than a conqueror. I have faith in that things will get better. Anyways, let me walk over here to this other side. I'm scared to walk through because there's all these spider webs crisscrossing out here. And I don't want to walk head first into one. I mean, you guys can't see me, but I'll probably do like a Michael Jackson dance if I did walk through there. It would look like I'm trying to shoot a Michael Jackson video. Because I hate walking through spider webs. I don't know if you guys noticed right here. I mean, it's a subtle little change, but I trimmed back this pomegranate just right here so I can walk through without any issues. I didn't do all the top part yet. I will get out here and trim more back though, because it looks neater and it looks better. And the branches that are growing out are not branches that have fruit on them. The fruit is all back on the inside here, as you can see. So the fruit is not a problem. It's not in the way. Also, I'm gonna have to come through and start harvesting this corn. A lot of it is ready for my earlier hybrid varieties. A lot of them are ready to be harvested. So I'm gonna go on ahead and do that so I can get another round of corn planted, hopefully. And this just looks so pretty right now. It's so pretty. Here's another angle of it. Let me pop out again. There we go. This is another view of it from this side. I've got pomegranates galore on this tree. They're just hard to see because they're all growing on the inside of it. But I like that it's still right now. There's no wind. And I want to hurry up and get out here while there's no wind. But hopefully this tree is gonna start recovering. It looks better. I think I got the water issue over here figured out and fixed since my last backyard update video. And it looks like it's putting on some new stems. So I'm thinking that it's recovering. It's not as yellow anymore either. And now you can see the peaches on this one. I still haven't covered them, and I'm taking a huge risk by not covering them because the birds might find them and get them before I can get them. But look, it's just beautiful. And then there's more back behind here and back there. Now I can really see. Before they were green, so they kind of was hidden, and I couldn't really see them that well. But they're there. Look at that one. And there's another one that's hanging by itself. Back in the back there. Let me see if I can get a better view of him. Probably from up here you can see him. There he is. Hanging. It's not many, but so far the birds hasn't discovered them, and they're looking like they're getting ready to be ripe because they're turning a nice red color. So I'm gonna have to try and make sure I keep an eye on them before the birds get them. And cover them. I have mesh bags to cover them. I should just cover them so I don't have to worry about it so much. But like I was saying before, lack of motivation. I just haven't been motivated to get out here to do it. This is looking better. I think I fixed it. Let me see. Oh, no. But it popped off again. Shoot. I'm gonna have to fix it again. I think what the problem is that I just don't have enough hand strength to tighten those the way that they should be tightened. So I'm gonna have to get my honey out here and have him tighten it up. But it must have just popped off maybe today, because everything looks really good, and this watermelon is starting to really travel and grow, which means that it's been getting some water, and not just the water that I've been putting down there. Oh look, now the wind is coming. Now it's trying to get windy on me. So those tomatoes all look really good. Everything is looking okay. Even though I have not come out here to water. I haven't watered out here. I mean, everything is hooked up to the irrigation system, with the exception of a few things, like my recycled garden on the other side with the bed springs and stuff. That one is not hooked up to the watering system, so I have to water by hand over there, and so that's why it looks a little more wilted than everything else, because I haven't watered over there yet. And even though our days haven't been as hot, we've been in the 90s. Recently, like yesterday, I think we were in the 80s. I think today we're gonna be in the 80s. But we will be going up to 100 again. Ooh, look at this. Oh my goodness, I love this. Look at that. There's a fig and it's ready. You guys, these figs are my favorite. This is the Chicago Hardy fig, and I love it. The flavor is so good on these. And the first round, because this is the second round of fruit that this tree is putting out. But the first round of it, I didn't get any of them, and they all went to waste. But it's put on a lot more fruit for the second round, so I'm trying. Ooh, that one's almost ready. That one's almost ready. So I'm trying to keep my eyes on it because I really love this one. I mean, I fight for these. I be fighting people for them. My kids, my husband, I be fighting them. There's figs on this fig tree. This is a different variety. But none of them are ready yet. So I'm gonna keep my eyes open for those. And I still need to take the apples off of this Honeycrisp. A lot of them are diseased and bug ridden and sun scorched. So there's only a few on here that are still good, and I'm gonna have to take them off, but I didn't think they're ready yet. Honeycrisp apples are supposed to be red, right? And there's some that are blushing red, like this one right here. Blushing red, but he's not fully red. Or like that one is blushing red, but he's not fully red. That one is red. But I think if I don't take them off, I'm gonna lose them. I'm gonna lose the ones that are good still. So I'm gonna have to work on that. Getting those taken off. And then I showed you the harvest that I made with this. Ooh, what is that? Oh, that's a grasshopper. You guys, these grasshoppers are still around and still bad and still causing a lot of problems. But I showed you guys the harvest that I took off of this 2 plants before. That was last week. And now look, there's like a huge squash right there. I'm gonna have to take him off because he's just too big. Okay, I'm gonna try and get him because he needs to come off of there. Okay, let me see if I managed to. Yeah, I got him. He needs to come off of there. He's too big. And I want my squash to continue to, look at that, to produce. And if I didn't take him off and I let him finish on there, which it might already be too late, then he would, oh, I see another one in there. Shoot. Then he would stop, this plant would stop producing. And I don't want that. I want it to continue to produce. I made some really good squash with bacon and onions yesterday. And it was so good. And so I gotta look at that. There's another one in there. So I want to make sure that I keep up on these. I'm gonna have to get him later. He's surrounded by spider webs, and you guys know that Keisha don't do spiders. And so Oh, look at this one right here. He's not ready yet. I don't think he is. But yeah, I gotta take him in and my fig, take them inside. So anyways, you guys, this video is a lot longer than what I intended it to be. But I just wanted to walk through and talk with you guys and share with you what's going on with me and why my garden isn't up to the standard that it usually is. Look at, there's a cucumber. Yes, there's a cucumber. Okay, I like that. That's my first cucumber. I just noticed it. I wanted to give you guys an explanation for why things aren't the way I usually have it here in my garden. I usually have tons and tons of tomatoes growing, and I have some that I planted, but I planted them too late and they're stunted. And I haven't had any real success with my tomatoes this year, and I usually have a lot of good tomatoes. Last year, I did tomato reviews because I had so much success with my tomatoes, and so I did reviews on them. I had something like over 40 different varieties that grew successfully in my garden out of 80 something. So I had like half of them grow and grow well. And so I did those reviews. If you haven't seen those reviews, I have a playlist for them. So you can go back and look at that playlist. And for the watermelons, I had watermelons. And you guys know I hate watermelon, but I had some pretty big ones. I had a 30-pounder that I grew in my front yard. I try and hold on to those successes to remind me that my garden can be productive and successful. And right now it's just a season. I'm going through a season in life that, you know, I have to work through. I would encourage you to go, and there's a bird over there and he's taunting my kitty, but he's taunting the wrong kitty because Sonny loves birds, and we've seen him. He got my hummingbird before, and now there's this little bird on the corn stalk. I don't know if you guys can see him. He's over there on that corn stalk. He's right there, moving around. Anyways, and Sonny sees him. Sonny's watching. But I just wanted to share that with you guys and be as transparent as possible. That, you know, there's times like when you hear me on the videos, I sound all chipper and happy, and I try to keep it really positive. My videos, I try to keep them positive and upbeat. I try and keep them not so hype, but, you know, just calming. Just a nice place that, you know, when you click on my video, any of my videos, that, you know, it's a safe place to be a part of and watch. So I try to keep that like that, and I don't like it to be negative or on a downbeat or depressing. So I put on my little happy face and my happy voice, and I do my videos, and I don't think up to this point you guys could tell that I'm, you know, crying at the drop of a dime. But anyways, I just wanted to share this with you guys and just let you know that, you know, I make these videos out of love and out of concern for the direction that our food industry is going. And I just want to encourage as many people as I can to grow their own gardens. And even when life happens, we can still have a garden to go and to grow. Because the awesome part about gardening is there's not a lot that you have to do. Like everything, all these plants are programmed already to grow and survive. And So there's not a lot that I have to do to facilitate it. Just make sure it gets watered and make sure it gets fertilized every so often. But I basically can sit back and enjoy it. And so I just want that everybody, no matter if you're living in a house or an apartment, or if you have a huge yard or just a balcony, that you can grow something for yourself, for your family. You can grow things and be more sustainable. At least that small little percentage will help, because there's nothing like having fresh, homegrown, real food to eat and to feed your family. So anyways, you guys, that is my lecture for today and my sharing for today, because I could be on here forever. So I'm gonna go on ahead and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Hopefully go back and check out my previous videos. I will put some of those playlists, I will link them in the description box below, and that way you can easily find them. I'm learning still about this whole YouTube thing, and the more you guys comment and the more you click like, the more exposure my videos will get and will help me to become monetized. I am lacking to meet the watch time requirement. So if you guys could do that for me, I would really greatly appreciate it. As always, you guys, God bless.